This video is a part 2. If you're too lazy to watch that video, I created a recap for you. So here goes. Previously on Susan Darkfire's channel.
The Queen's Gambit is the Netflix show. I am obsessed with the costumes, so I decided to attempt to make 2 of my hair just arrived at the thrift store. Plus, we got this big colored pantsuit that unfortunately is slightly darker than her dress, but I'll do it anyways and see how it turns out. Does it feel like a tablecloth? Yes, but does it look good?
It might just be easier if you just went back and watched it yourself. So last video, I completed the tan dress, and now I'm going to work on the mint dress. I know that last video, I bought this jumpsuit from the thrift store to make Beth's dress from the Queen's Gambit. But as I said before, the color's just not right. And I know I said I was going to go through with it, but I was not happy with the color. So instead I have this curtain, which I think is going to be so much better. Don't worry, it's still thrifted because I found it in my house. So I didn't buy it for this use. So let's get started. The first thing I did was spend an ungodly amount of time moving, shifting, and flailing the fabric around. Once I straightened it out, I cut off the part of the curtain that hangs on the rod. Then I flailed it around more when I attract a wild cat. I cut off the bottom of the curtain and fend off the cat's attempts to play with the scissors. Don't play with the scissors, Lily. I finished cutting, and since my cat is in such a playful mood, I take a break and let him play with my scrap fabric. Okay, back to work. I line up my fabric and pin the 2 sides together. I find a dress that fits me and I place it on my curtain. Then I proceed to cut around it and figure that will work for the body of the dress. Some of you out there might be saying, no way this works, and you would be right. This didn't really work. Like, I'm larger than this. So, we're going to start again. Luckily, I do have one other curtain, but I can't afford to make any more mistakes. I'm thinking that I'm going to use this failed attempt to make her sleeves. So, and this is kind of inspiring me to make them like really dramatic sleeves. So, maybe this wasn't a mistake after all. Okay, let's try again. Just accurately checking if the curtain will fit me. Now let the drawing commence. I draw a large scoop neck like the one she has. Of course, this is only attempt number 1. Nope, that's not even. I pick up the curtain and decide there are adjustments that need to be made. Not sure exactly what adjustments because I forgot to turn the camera back down. Okay, if my neck is here and my shoulder goes over like that, and my sleeves are probably too far away. But maybe it'd be better to be safe than sorry and kind of trim as I go. Still not sure what I'm doing, but I appear to be praying to the sewing gods. Oh cool, she just realized we can't see what's going on. So I pull out the measuring tape and make the following conclusion. Okay, I think I made the neck hole way too big. Here you can see I make the neck hole significantly smaller for my second attempt. It wasn't proportioned correctly, so I made some edits. My art teacher always said that you can't be afraid to turn your art to create the right lines. So sometimes I gotta remind myself to do that to make these much smoother. I'm being a good girl and measuring to make sure it's even. And finally drawing in the armholes. Alright, I'm gonna go eat lunch. I cut the neck and armholes and then try it on. I decide the straps between the neck and the arms are too wide, so I cut and measure to make sure it's even on both sides. Since it's such a loose fitting dress on her, I think I'm just gonna draw a loose version of a woman. What I mean is, I'm gonna draw in a wider version of me. And sew it up and then see where I need to take it in. Yes, I am using a pen, but don't worry, it doesn't bleed through. Alright, let's give it a try. Actually, let me pin it in place so I have some semblance of professionalism. I pin along my doodles and then bring it down to the sewing machine. If you have a good eye, you'll notice my camera shakes with excitement when machine is on. I cut off the excess fabric, try it on, and as expected, it's way too big, so I begin my second iteration of drawing and pinning. I was getting ready to sew my garment, but my cat has taken my seat. He's pretty cute, so I'm not gonna move him. I'm just gonna move another chair adjacent to him and keep on moving with this project. So I scoop my cat's chair over to make room for me, and he immediately abandons me. No! After all that work, he leaves. It's okay though, because my other cat noticed I was distraught and came to comfort me. I finished sewing and then I cut off the excess. Again. Attempt number 3. Lucky number 3. Surely I got it now, right? Nope. Here goes attempt number 4. I didn't film it, but it did finally look good. So let's move on to the next step. As I said in the beginning, I am using my first attempt at drawing the dress as my sleeves. Now you can watch me pin the sleeve in place, and I try it on to see if it fits, and I did film it this time. This is awesome. Oh, I hope this works. Okay, let me sew it together and see what happens.
As Live Me just explained, I'm now sewing it in place excitedly. Okay, it's the next day. I've been in school all day and now it's nighttime, so I gotta make dinner, but while it's cooking, I'll make the other sleeve. The first thing I do is use the fabric I cut off the other sleeve as a form of measuring how much to cut off this one. Then I pin the sleeve to the body of the dress as I did before.
Oh, look at my sewing buddy.
While I attached the sleeve to the body, I attracted an audience member, but once the machine decided to make a butt ton of noise, my cat decided she did not want to be a part of the fun. This is the point where my dress decided to become a long top because I didn't measure before I hacked off the bottom. Even though I'm pretty sure this was a lesson I should have learned by now. Anyways, I digress. Now I'm using the black fabric that was once a dress just a week ago to make a black strip at the bottom of my new dress. I'm using my scissors to cut into what once was a dart but now has been downgraded into an obstacle. I was unsuccessful with the scissors, so I had to rummage around until I found the seam ripper. I want both sides of the shirt, to be even, so I fold my long black strip in half and cut along said fold. I attach my black strip incorrectly. Yes, you heard me right. Pin and sewed in the strip incorrectly. Don't worry, she'll explain.
Guys, I sewed it wrong. So this is the outside now. Now I gotta fix this.
Actually, I don't think she explained it right. Basically, I sewed it so that you could see the seam on the front of the dress. Naturally, that threw off the aesthetic I was going for. Luckily, I already knew where the seam ripper is, and had plenty of practice with it, so I got cracking.
I've physically done a lot of stuff, but at the same time, I feel like I've gotten nothing done. The only thing I have accomplished is attending my class. So there is that. It's always good to learn.
Once I picked myself up again, I got back to work and redid the aforementioned steps, with the one exception of me doing it right this time. Let's move on to the next thing.
As much as I love having this wingspan, I am gonna trim it for the purpose of this look, but I would definitely be interested in making another dress that has these like crazy dramatic sleeves.
Once I finish mourning my sleeves, I start trimming. My first trim wasn't enough, so I had to go in for a second snip. I lined up my trimmings on the other sleeve and hacked that one off too. I cut the black piece that encompasses the ends of the sleeves. My first attempt was an inch too short, so I had to cut for a second time. I really should be measuring. The piece I cut was wide enough to use on both of my sleeves, so I celebrated by petting my cat. I cut the strip into two and pinned it into place. Once I'm finished, I decide that's enough for one day, so next time you see me, it'll be tomorrow.
So I found this in the trunk of my car, so of course I need to put it on the cats. Come here, baby. Look how cute you are. And she's preoccupied with eating. So it's the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and my mom asked me to go pick up the turkey, so wish me luck. I tried to go early in the morning, but we'll see. People can get pretty crazy around here. I'm hoping I don't have to go to 2 stores. That was such a madhouse, but I did manage to get my turkey, so that's exciting. Hi, Cara. I just came back from the grocery store and she still has this on. Oh no, it got caught on her leg. Let me help you, baby. There we go.
Once I put the bow on the other cat, I decide it's time to get back to work. I hem the bottom of the dress and the sleeves. Finally, it's time to work on the neckline. I make 4 pieces to line the neck and sew them into place. Now the body of her dress is complete and it's time to make her bow. I sewed 2 blue strips so they straddled a black strip, and I repeated this step 5 times. I then hand stitched the bow to my dress.
Guys, I'm so close to finishing and my needle broke. I just gotta power through. Luckily, I do have more, so that's good.
Now for the reveal. And here is the finished product. From curtain to fashion. I'm honestly really impressed with how it came out. Despite it being on the shorter side, it works pretty well with my leggings.
Do a cartwheel.
Oh, okay, let's see it on the dirty ground.
It's gonna be bad. I don't know if I know how to do a cartwheel.
You can do it.
Oh god, that
was
terrible.
awful. You just gotta follow through.
Alright. Just gotta follow through.
Follow through. Sure.
The noises.
I still don't have a chessboard, so I improvised. Again.
Yahtzee!
Nuh-uh.
No, not really.
Let's give Monopoly a turn.
I will purchase Unity's Planet for $240.
Just a girl playing her mint guitar in her mint dress. And we've reached the end. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.